All right, we're back. We're on page 192. If you watched the last video, at the end of it, I was talking about like how I thought the storm was about to end and blah, blah, blah. And if you notice at the very end, right when I say goodbye, it goes like black-ish, like the light goes out, power went out exactly when I hit the button. So I just got it in, but we're experiencing some weather events right now, and I'm just trying to record some videos because there's nothing else to do. But every time I lose power, I lose Wi-Fi, and apparently losing Wi-Fi breaks the connection and whatever. Anyway, let's see if we can do this. So we're talking circles and parametrics. We got particle. It's always a particle. It's either a particle, an object, or a bird. Those are like the three things I do. Particle moves counterclockwise around a circle of radius 12, and it takes 84 seconds to complete one round trip. I feel we can definitely do this. All right, so first, the thing I want to key in on here, I guess, because I think that the radius of 12 is not going to be a problem. I don't think any of this is going to be a problem. 84 seconds to complete a round trip, and then counterclockwise. Well, counterclockwise is the best news because counterclockwise means the unit circle works for us because unit circle goes counterclockwise, so that's not a problem. That's x is cosine, y is sine. We're gonna go from there. The 84 seconds. So, okay, so the period has to be 84. That's got to be 2 pi over b. So b is going to be pi over 42. All right, so that'll make it take 84 seconds. And now let's just write our parametric equations, right? So we don't know the center, so let's assume it's the origin. And the radius is 12, so let's go 12 cosine of pi over 42t. And then we'll go 12 sine of pi over 42t. All right, pretty good. Now what we want to do is restrict the domain. So, oh, look at that. So here, I guess I'm supposed to, should I say t is an element of the reals, or should I say t is between 0 and 84? I don't know if it matters, so I'm going to say t is an element of the reals and just let this thing go forever. Or, you know what you could do? Sometimes you just say t is greater than or equal to 0. That's actually maybe the most common thing. Restrict the domain so that only a quarter of a circle is traced out. So think about this, right? So if I want only a quarter of it and it's 84 seconds to go all the way around, then a quarter of that is 21 seconds. So, I mean, I think like one example of something I could do would be 12 cosine. It's going to be the same equations. They don't change. It's just the domain. And y could be 12 sine pi over 42t. And then now restrict the domain so that we get a quarter. So I need 21 seconds. So I'm going to go 0 to 21. But this is not like the best solution. We're going to play around in GeoGebra in like a minute. So I'm going to leave it. But I'm telling you, this is not the best solution, I think. We'll come up with something a little more dynamic. What if we want 3/4? All right, the other 3/4, not just 3/4. So it's going to be the same equation. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to duplicate this. So it's this. And then the other 3/4 is going to be 21 to 84. All right. So the next question, write 4 sets of parametric equations, non-overlapping quarters of the circle, each a different, well, how do you write something that's a different color? And then they will rotate as time changes. What? All right, let's go to GeoGebra and see if we can do this. So this is where it starts, in my opinion, getting like really good because, well, actually, I mean, I like doing the bird things where we can like limit them and all that stuff, how close they get, that kind of stuff. GeoGebra Classic. And all right, we're going to click this so that we have full access here. I'm going to click over here, click those 3 bars, go to settings. And I do not want to label anything. So I'm going to say no new objects. And I'll probably pay for that along the way. It's just like the labels drive me nuts. Irrationally, I fully admit that. So curve 12 cosine pi over 42t, comma 12 sine of pi over 42t. T, if I just go from 0 to 84, I should get the entire circle. Can't see anything because the radius is 12 and I can't see that. Zoom out till we can see it. So you want to like really see it. So let's see. There. All right. Good enough. Okay. So now what I could have done, so what I did was I made this 0 to 21, right? And it should just give me that first quadrant part, 0 to 21. Okay, that's fine. But I really want to see like, you know, I mean 0 to 21 works, but doesn't 1 to 22 also work because the difference between those is 21? And then look at that, it looks like the arc kind of like moved a little bit. This has given me the idea that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to say that this goes, okay, let's hold on. Hold your horses. I'm going to create a new slider. I'm going to call it K and say K is equal to whatever. K is equal to 1. And we'll just let K change. So let's have K go from 0 to, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Let's go 84, I guess. And I'm going to change it. So the 3 dots, settings, go to slider, and then repeat. Let's just make it increase. So it's going to go 0 to 84 and then immediately go to 0 and go back up to 84. So what am I trying to do? Well, I'm going to change this so that it starts at whatever K is. K is 0 right now, and then goes until K plus 21. And so it should give me the first first quadrant part of this graph, and it does. Let's change K. So I'm going to hit play, and now it's all the difference between the starting and ending points of the arc is always 21. So it's always giving me a quarter of the circle. I happen to think that's pretty cool. Like that's what I wanted to happen. I think that's neat. So if I wanted to do the other 3/4, I could do from K plus 21. So I need to start at the end point of the other one, K plus 21, and then go to K plus 63, because I need 3/4 of the circle, right? So here, and then why are they overlapping? Why are they overlapping? K plus, from K to K plus 21, and then from K plus 20, turn you off. Wait a second. Is 63, oh, 60, okay. So 63 is 3/4 of 84, but I'm starting at 21. So I really need to go to 21 plus 3/4 of 84. So this is actually literally just 84. That actually makes total sense because now I'm covering from like K plus 0 to K plus 84. So I'm going from 0 to 84, getting the full thing. I gotcha. So if I hit play, you can watch that happen. That's pretty cool. All right, now let's try to deal with this last problem. So, and you can see it's really smooth because 84 is a rational number, so it can hit 84 exactly and then bounce to 0 exactly. It's like a little better than pi in that regard. I'm gonna go back to 0. All right, I'm gonna delete this one, but I'm gonna use the ideas of that one. So turn this on. I wanna make a sector. Let's see. So the oh my gosh. Sector. No. Well, maybe. What was that? Sector. Conic point. I don't know. Circular sector, I think is what I want. Let me try that. Circular sector. All right. So I'm gonna try 0, 0. And then so like where does this arc start? It starts at actually A of K, and then it ends at A of K plus 21. And so what it's doing is it's going from like the middle point, it goes out to this point, which is A of K, and then it goes along to A of K plus 21, and then it makes a sector. So I'm gonna press this. This is the area. We don't need it, but that is the area. You click this, you can change the color. I'm gonna change, what's this plus do? Yes. I want to make this, I'm hoping that's yellow, and I'm going to change the opacity, make it opaque so we can't see through it. All right, so we have that. And then it rotates, so circular sector, so that's neat. All right, let's duplicate this one and make the next one. So I want it to be adjacent, right? So it needs to start at k plus 21. And then it needs to go 21 more, so up to 42. And we get this. I'm going to duplicate this and do k plus 21 to k plus 42. 42. And we get that. And then what I'm going to do is click this so you can like access. I don't really know. You could just like 2-finger click on the sector. You could do the detail, the settings of it, like a lot of options. I'm gonna make this black and turn this up. Okay, and you maybe see where this is going. I don't know. I'm gonna duplicate this. So this is basically the last question where we wanted like. So I got to go from 42 to 63. So I'm making some sectors. I mean, I should be changing the color of the arc, I think, according to the problem, but whatever. We do our own thing, right? Duplicate this. Now we need to go from 42 to 63. I'm going to make this yellow again. So I'm going to 2-finger click and go to settings. And then in color on the side, so I'm scrolling to the right, it like gives you the previous things that you use. So I'm just going to click that and scroll over again, turn the opacity to 100. And then I'm going to do one last one. So I got to duplicate this. And we're going to make this 63. And then this will now be 84. And then we'll duplicate the circular sector again. So we're going 63. I think that maybe the storm has more or less passed us at this point. There's a tornado warning. I like can't deal with that. That needs to not happen. But like in terms of the storm, I feel like maybe it's gone past and maybe we're like in the clear. I hope so. That was a doozy. Worst one I've encountered, I think, in a long time. I mean, I think I'd read an article that this was going to be like the worst since Sandy, and let me tell you, Sandy was no picnic. All right, let's hit play. And there you go. It's not rotating smoothly because it's like we're kind of asking a lot of it. This isn't really. I mean, it's great, but it's not really made for this. This is more like I mentioned in previous video, processing the app or like p5.js or something like that. I think is like like an online version like that. Check it out. Check out the coding train. Learn how to do this stuff. This is really cool. You can make all kinds of like moving artsy things. And I just really love it. I love playing around with the patterns, making things happen. But anyway, this I think is pretty good. So I'm gonna go back to the notes. I don't know how long this video is. Also, I don't know how to get back to the notes, it turns out. Hold your horses. All right, here we go. We're going back. This is one, oh man, losing power right now would be disappointing to me. So should I handwrite some of this? If you're done, you're done. I'm gonna, like, if you need to know what we did, then you're probably gonna wanna like, go watch the rewind and watch that again. But I'm gonna write, I don't even know. You know, I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna say like f of t is 12 cosine of pi over 42t, and that g of t is 12 sine of pi over 42t. Okay, so why am I doing that? I'm doing that because I think this will make it easier. So I'm gonna say x is f of t plus k, and y is f of t plus k. And then what on earth? Oh, that doesn't work. Well, that works. What works about that? I feel like this does work, but I'm not sure. F of t, y is g of t. And then t is going to go from k to k plus 21. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, and then I need to do it again. So I'm going to just like steal this, duplicate and erase. Save us all a little time. It doesn't really save you any time. Wow, look how accurate, like my braces are like pretty close. Gotta delete this, gotta move this, a lot of stuff going on here. And then this is gonna be, well, let's just do all this. Get out, get out, get out. K plus 21 to K plus 42. And then we do it again and again. So I'll duplicate and duplicate. So this is, if you want to handwrite it, this obviously is not really a great use of my time. And also can't even fit it because I didn't space this out well. Awesome. So we're going up, I guess. I don't know. Let me put this here. I can't fit it. Don't worry. Don't even bear with me. Just get out of here. This is a vanity project at this point. Just go. I don't need you here anyway. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going 42 to 63. And then finally, good grief, we're gonna go 63 to 84. 63 to 84. And then we're gonna say K is an element of the reals. That's gonna do it, I think. That's definitely gonna do it, right? I think so. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here. I will be back in the next one to do the rest of this page, and I will see you there.